So the blazer is actually inside out, and what you want to do is basically take the seam ripper to the lining of the blazer, and what you do is you spread apart the threads. See, I'm gonna open up this seam right here. So once you kind of spread it apart with your two fingers, you can see the threads, and you just kind of slip the seam ripper in and cut the threads without ripping the material. All you're doing is cutting the thread. Try to be careful to not cut the material. So now you can see I am at this seam right here is the top of the shoulder. I have about almost a 2-inch gap, and you can actually see the shoulder pad. At this point, it's a judgment call for you. You need to kind of like stick your hands in there and feel around to figure out the places of where and how the shoulder pad is attached. This shoulder pad happens to be huge, so I'm going to go down here to the actual top arm and open this up a little bit more for myself. I opened it up a lot more since the shoulder pad in here is ginormous, and I can actually see it better now. I can see where it's been sewn in and attached to the garment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start moving this around and basically cutting these threads that are holding it in place. And you just kind of rip out all the threads, and you'll be able to eventually take it out once you get all the places where it's attached to the blazer on the inside ripped out. A couple of inside seams here that are holding it. And that is it. So now you want to basically kind of just pull it out. As long as you got all the places that were holding it, it should come out nice and easy. So there's actually a huge shoulder pad inside that blazer. So yeah, that is it taken out. And you can keep these if you want, or just toss them. And basically I'm going to move to the other side and do the same thing and remove the other shoulder pad. To finish this off, all you need to do is the lining. Basically what you're going to do is thread a needle and kind of just pinch the material, the lining back together, and do a quick whip stitch over the top of it and just tie it off and sew it back up.